What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Pete with Auto Repair Tips, Episode 2. I want to talk about poorly designed cars. You know, that list is probably a mile long, and I could probably pick on about 100,000 different types of cars. But I recently had the experience on working on a 2007 Cadillac DTS. So I'm going to pick on that car right now. That car has to be one of the most poorly designed cars I think I've ever seen. When the customer came to me, they were having a charging problem. No big deal. The battery went dead, so the customer had AAA check it out. AAA tells them, well, you got to put an alternator on the car. It's not charging your battery. So the customer said, well, I have a mechanic shop, so I'm going to go see them. Guy brings me the car, and I bring it in, and I confirm what AAA said. You know, it's got a bad alternator. So I go look at the procedure on this, and literally, to take the alternator off this vehicle, you have to disassemble the entire front end. I mean, the bumper has to come off, the radiator, the AC condenser, the grill, the lower splash shields, just to get to the alternator. Then when you get there, you have to remove a few other little things to get it actually off the vehicle. You know, if you go back and you think about it, this car, back in the day when it was manufactured, was a $50,000 car. So, you know, after the warranty ran out, let's say 3 to 5 years, depending on which warranty you had, take some depreciation, you have a $30,000 car. Well, if your alternator goes out, now you don't mind spending $1,000. 12 years ago, the labor rates were probably in this area about $75 to $85. So you didn't mind spending that kind of money. Well, now in the area that I'm at, labor rates are $95 to $135. So to put an alternator in that car, it's close to $1,500 plus dollars, depending where you go. Well, the car now is only worth an average of $4,000. So you're going to spend almost half the value of that car to put an alternator on. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was out buying a used car and I bought that car off a car lot and I didn't get a warranty with it, and I got home and 30 days later or 2 months later, the alternator goes out and I got to spend $1,500 plus dollars to put an alternator in a car, I'm going to be one pissed off guy. You know, one thing these guys can do is look to the future a little bit. And I get why they don't do it, because they want to make it to where the average person can't work on these cars at home. They want you to have to go to a shop, and they want you to take that car in 6 years and just throw it away because you're not going to spend $1,500 on a car. They want you to take it and trade it in and go buy a new car. And I get that's why they designed that car. So think about this when you're buying cars. The manufacturer out there is not looking after you. They're not looking after the consumer. They're not looking after anybody but themselves. So before you go out there and you buy a used car or you buy any type of car, do a little research. See what's involved when it comes to maintaining small things like a radiator, an alternator, a serpentine belt, plugs, wires, caps. If you go to buy a car and you research those things and you see that you have to spend 10 hours to replace spark plugs, you know, think about, do I want to do this? Am I going to keep this car for any length of time? Am I going to unload this car after 4 years? Well, if you're going to unload it after 4 years, go ahead and buy the car. What do you care? Most of the spark plugs nowadays are going to last, 5 to 9 years. Just a lot to think about. This is just one of probably 100,000 types of cars out there that have the types of designs on it that are just poorly designed. Just something to think about. In the comments down below, give me some of your thoughts on what you think is a poorly designed car. Also, you can visit my YouTube channel at Auto Repair Tips or visit my website at autorepairtips.net. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you next time.